Welcome to Livonia Dispatch. Congratulations on your new position as a 911 operator with the Livonia Emergency Dispatch. Your role is crucial, serving as the first point of contact for those in dire need. As you prepare to embark on your first night shift, you will find a list of rules on your desk. These are not mere suggestions, but vital guidelines crafted through years of unusual experiences. Adhere to them closely. Your safety, and perhaps your sanity, depends on it. Welcome to Livonia, where the night is never just darkness. Best of luck. Rule 1. If you receive a call between 3:03 a.m. and 3:33 a.m., and all you can hear is whispering, listen carefully. Do not hang up. Do not speak. Just listen. Your first instinct might be to assume it's a prank or a faulty connection. Resist this urge. The whispering caller is not a glitch in the system or a bored teenager with nothing better to do. The whispers come from an old part of town, a section that doesn't appear on any current map, swallowed by time and intention. The voices belong to those who once lived in Livonia, their pleas and warnings transcending the confines of time. The whispers might be indecipherable at first, like leaves rustling in the wind. But as your ear tunes to the subtleties of their cadence, you might catch fragments of sentences, urgent warnings, or cryptic advice. These are not to be ignored. Jot down everything you can decipher. Once the clock strikes 3:34 a.m., the whispers will cease as abruptly as they began. Bring your notes to the head dispatcher first thing in the morning. There are cases, unsolved mysteries, and patterns only identifiable through these whispers. Your transcription could be the key to unlocking answers long sought after or averting crises yet to unfold. Remember, the whispering caller does not reach out to everyone. If you are chosen, it is not random. It is a responsibility. Welcome it with respect and attention. Your vigilance could very well be the lantern in the dark for someone lost in the shadows of Livonia. Rule 2. Should you answer a call, and the first thing you hear is your name being whispered, not once, but thrice, with a pause between each utterance, immediately initiate a code silver lockdown. This is no ordinary caller, and this rule is not for their benefit, but for yours. When your name is whispered in such a manner, it is a sign that something from beyond the boundaries of our understanding has fixed its attention on you. The reason remains unknown, but the outcome is always perilous. Initiating a code silver lockdown involves several crucial steps. First, secure the building. All entrances and exits must be locked, and all lights must be turned off except for the one at your station. Second, do not attempt to communicate further with the caller. Cut the connection immediately, but keep your headset on. It will protect you from the direct influence of their voice. Next, find the silver locket located in the top drawer of your desk. Inside, you will find a strand of hair from each operator that came before you, a talisman of sorts, offering protection and solidarity. Hold it tightly in your hand until sunrise. The presence of your predecessors will shield you from the worst of the caller's intentions. Lastly, it is imperative that you do not leave your station until the first light of dawn creeps through the windows. The entity behind the call is bound by the night and will have no power in the day. Once the sun rises, document the incident in the logbook marked anomalies. Include every detail, no matter how insignificant it may seem. This information is crucial for those who study the patterns and entities interacting with our reality. Rule 3. If you receive a call that the system cannot trace, and the caller begs for help from the hollow, do not attempt to dispatch emergency services. Instead, follow the protocol outlined in the Untraceable Calls Manual. This rule may seem counterintuitive. As a 911 operator, your primary instinct is to send aid wherever it's requested. However, the hollow refers to an area that, according to all official records, doesn't exist. Yet, calls from distressed individuals claiming to be trapped there are not uncommon. These calls are anomalies that defy logical explanation and require a unique approach. First, assure the caller that help is on the way. This may provide some comfort, though it's understood that conventional help cannot reach them. Your words might be the last human interaction they experience, and your empathy can offer a sliver of hope in their final moments. Next, open the Untraceable Calls manual. Within its pages, you'll find a series of coded messages designed to be read aloud to the caller. These messages, though seemingly nonsensical, have been crafted from ancient languages believed to have protective properties. While the efficacy of these incantations is not scientifically proven, there is anecdotal evidence to suggest they can offer some form of solace or even aid to those trapped in the hollow. While engaging in this protocol, keep the line open for exactly 7 minutes, no more, no less. Afterward, disconnect the call, even if the caller is still speaking. This is crucial. Prolonged exposure to these calls has been linked to psychological distress and unexplained phenomena affecting the operators. Finally, document the call in the untraceable ledger, including the time of the call, the nature of the distress, and any specific details provided about the hollow. This information is invaluable to researchers attempting to understand the nature of these calls and the location they originate from. Remember, the hollow and its calls are a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Your role is not to solve this mystery, but to provide a measure of comfort in the face of the inexplicable. Rule 4. If you answer a call at precisely midnight and are met with nothing but laughter, immediately play the recorded message of the town's founding hymn through the phone before disconnecting. This may seem like an odd or even humorous occurrence to the uninitiated, but in Livonia, laughter at midnight is far from a laughing matter. This specific type of call is an omen, a precursor to events that challenge the very fabric of our reality. The laughter is not human. It belongs to entities that revel in chaos and disorder, using the energy of their amusement to manifest in our world. First, remain calm. Your reaction feeds into the potential potency of the call. Panic or fear can amplify the negative energy associated with the laughter. Locate the button on your console labeled Hymn. This button will automatically play the founding hymn of Livonia, a melody composed in the early days of the town's establishment, imbued with intentions of peace, prosperity, and protection. The hymn serves as a sonic barrier, a frequency that these entities find intolerable. It's akin to a reset button, dispelling the immediate threat and severing the connection. The use of the hymn is a safeguard, a way to reinforce the boundary between their realm and ours. After the hymn has been played and the call disconnected, take a moment to document the occurrence in the Midnight Laughter log. Include the exact time of the call and any variations in the laughter you might have noticed. This documentation is crucial for the ongoing study of these phenomena and for the refinement of our defensive strategies. Lastly, it is essential to notify your supervisor at the first opportunity. They will initiate a secondary protocol to cleanse the communication lines and reinforce the station's protections. This is a collective effort to ensure the safety and sanctity of Livonia and its guardians, of which you are now a vital part. Rule 5. In the event of a storm, if you receive a call where there is complete silence on the other end, do not attempt to speak or hang up. Place the receiver next to a live radio tuned to static until the storm passes. First, calmly reach for the emergency radio kept under your desk. These radios are not for communication. They are tools in our defense against the unseen. Tune the radio to any frequency where only static is heard. The white noise generated by static acts as a deterrent, a barrier of sound that protects you and keeps whatever is on the other line at bay. Next, place the receiver close enough to the radio so that the static is the only sound entering the line. This must be done quickly and efficiently. The silent call is a fishing line, cast by something in the heart of the storm, waiting for a sign of life to latch onto. The static ensures that all it catches is a confusing cacophony, discouraging further attempts. Maintain this setup until the storm abates. It may take minutes or hours. Time behaves differently during such events in Livonia. Once the storm clears and the skies calm, disconnect the call and turn off the radio. Document the incident in the storm calls log, noting the duration of the storm and any unusual occurrences during the silent call, such as fluctuations in the static or changes in temperature around your station. Lastly, inform your supervisor of the incident at the earliest convenience. They will perform a ritual to cleanse the line affected by the call, ensuring that whatever sought entry has been firmly barred. Rule 6. If, while working the night shift, you notice a reflection in your computer screen that does not belong to you or any known object in the room, do not turn around. First and foremost, resist the instinctual urge to look behind you. Acknowledgement gives them power, an invitation to further pierce the veil separating their world from ours. Instead, calmly reach for the brightness adjustment on your monitor and reduce the luminosity to its lowest setting. This act dims the beacon that attracted the entity, making the environment less inviting. Next, recite the Eldritch Oath. This oath, taught to you during your training, is a pledge of service and protection, not only to the citizens of Livonia, but also to the sanctity of the barrier between worlds. The words of the oath carry a weight, a resonance that is felt in the fabric of reality itself. Speaking them reaffirms your commitment and reinforces the protective measures in place around the dispatch center. Once the oath has been recited, slowly raise the brightness of your screen. The reflection should no longer be present. However, take a moment to document the incident in the reflections log, detailing the time, the appearance of the reflection, and any feelings or sensations experienced during the event. Finally, it is crucial to perform a cleansing ritual at the end of your shift. This ritual, detailed in the operator's handbook, involves burning sage around your workstation and sprinkling salt across the thresholds. These actions serve to purify the space, ensuring that whatever sought to manifest is thoroughly repelled. Rule 7. If you receive a call and the caller ID flickers before disappearing entirely, immediately mute the call and recite the verse of binding from the Book of Eldritch Guard. Only after completing the verse, unmute the call to engage with the caller. First, do not panic. Your training has prepared you for this moment. Quickly locate the mute button on your console and engage it. This prevents the entity from hearing your immediate reaction, which could potentially empower it further. Next, open the Book of Eldritch Guard, always kept within arm's reach for such emergencies. Turn to the page marked with a silver bookmark. Here you will find the verse of binding, an incantation written in an ancient dialect, passed down through generations of dispatchers in Livonia. Recite this verse with conviction. The words have been imbued with a power that reinforces the barrier between worlds, sealing any cracks that might have been exploited. Once the verse is complete, take a deep breath to center yourself and then unmute the call. Proceed with the call as you would under normal circumstances, but be vigilant for any signs of manipulation or unusual requests. It is possible that the entity has been successfully repelled, but caution is paramount. After the call has concluded, document the incident in the anomalous calls logbook, noting the time of the call, the nature of the disappearance of the caller ID, and any details about the call itself. This documentation is crucial for identifying patterns and reinforcing our defenses. Finally, inform your supervisor of the incident. They will conduct a thorough examination of the equipment to ensure that no residual influence remains. Additionally, they may perform a secondary cleansing ritual to further secure the dispatch center against future attempts. Rule 8. When you receive a call where the caller claims to be calling from within the dispatch center, yet no one is seen, follow the protocol for invisible distress immediately. First, do not attempt to locate the caller within the room visually. This could lead to a disorienting effect, as your senses struggle between the reality you see and the one you hear. Instead, activate the invisible distress protocol by pressing the concealed button under your desk. This sends a low-frequency pulse through the room, designed to disrupt any spectral or dimensional anomalies. While the pulse is active, communicate calmly with the caller. Assure them that help is on the way, and attempt to gather as much information as possible. Details about their situation, how they came to be in this predicament, and any messages they wish to convey can be crucial for understanding the nature of their presence and how to assist them. After the call concludes, whether through the caller's departure or the call disconnecting on its own, document every detail of the exchange in the Dimensional Anomalies log. This includes the exact time of the call, the content of the conversation, and any physical sensations or anomalies experienced during the call, such as changes in temperature or unexplained sounds. Finally, perform a cleansing ritual within the dispatch center, focusing on the area around your workstation. This ritual, detailed in the appendix of the Eldritch Codex, involves burning specific herbs and reciting protective verses. It serves to cleanse the area of any lingering energies and reinforce the barrier between dimensions. So there you have it. These rules should help you make it through your first night here at the dispatch center. The night has been long, filled with moments that have tested your resolve and opened your eyes to the realities of working in a place like this. The rules are more than mere guidelines. They are the wisdom of those who have navigated these hours before you, a legacy of vigilance and protection. Welcome to Livonia Emergency Dispatch. Your journey has only just begun.